Ladies and gentlemen, as of yesterday, you can now order your brand new 2023 C8 Corvette Stingray. And I'm going to go over the must-have and can't-have options with your brand new C8 Corvette. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today I want to get right into this video, but real quick before we do, thank you so much to my wonderful thumbs up squad. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. So thank you for already smashing that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you don't think the video warrants a thumbs up yet, just wait till you think it does and then smash it at that point. Also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. All right, let's get into the news. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you see, I am on CorvetteBlogger.com and we're going to scroll down here and it says full 2023 Corvette Stingray pricing list. And I want to go over a couple of things on this that I think each and every one of you will appreciate. I want to get into the good news first. Obviously, there is a little bit of bad news because there are some constraints, but the first set of news you guys have probably already heard. The 2023 Corvette Stingray is only going up $1,050, and that is the first bit of news that I wanted to go over. The second bit of news is actual prices, and these prices, as you will see here, are for things that some of you are going to be interested in looking at and others are not going to, they're basically going to care less about. So I'm really not going to dwell on these. This article will be linked in the description below as usual, so you guys can come back and look at this. But what I really wanted to go over is this right here. It says the build and price configurator was actually supposed to go live today, but we haven't seen it yet. We've reached out to a Chevrolet PR to find out when or if they are doing visualizer for the 2023 Corvette Stingray, or if we'll have to wait until the build and price configurator is actually up. Now that build and price configurator, as you know, usually takes a lot longer to be put up than the actual pricing of the 2023 C8 Corvette. But it says a Chevrolet representative tells us they are doing a 2023 Corvette Stingray visualizer and that it should be up sometime in early April. So I would say probably the first week of April, we will probably see that. As far as the build and price, I would say that would probably take another month or so for that to come out, but hopefully they'll surprise us and bring it out soon. They also say it would be nice to also see a rendering or photo of the 2023 Corvette Stingray 70th anniversary models, and the Chevy rep said we will see that soon. Continuing on, also today is the first day that dealer reps can begin adding 2023 Corvette pre-orders to GM's Workbench order system. Now that is as of the 24th. These are just pre-orders though, and any orders added will have to wait to be matched with an existing allocation once those are released. The first order cycle for the 2023 Corvette Stingray begins Thursday, March 31st, which is today. Now real quick before I scroll down to that other section, I just want to show you this real quick. Shows the total price for the 2023 is now $63,195 because of a $1,050 increase. But let me scroll down here and just show you that there is a $1,295 delivery charge. Now if we come back to this, and let me zoom in on this so that you guys can see it a lot clearer. So you'll see as we come down here that this number is $61,900, but when you add $1,295 to that, that's what gives us the $63,195 base model price. So don't worry about this. Let's move on down. This does say 2023 model year production vehicle pricing schedule. These are the prices that we care about the most. Front and lift is still $2260. That's something that I recommend if you're going to go with the Z51 package. And I only recommend Z51, which is right down here for $6,345 if you're going to do a lot of tracking or some tracking enough to justify that Z51 package. The other reason for Z51 that I would say now you might want to get it for is resale value. They tend to hold their value better, even though all C8s are holding their value really well. The Z51 C8s are holding their value better than most of the other ones. So that's another reason you might want to spend the $63.45, but other than that, I would probably steer clear of that. Now, before I go on and tell all the rest of the options that I would get, I want to let you know that Mag Ride is the #1 option that most people should get, because the ride is just that fantastic whether you have Z51 or not. And if you don't have Z51, the ride is even a little bit better. However, right now, we have a problem with Mag Ride, and I'll show you that on a different page in a little bit, but there is a constraint with Mag Ride. So we're gonna talk about that here in a minute. The Mpp Performance Exhaust is definitely something that I recommend if you're not going with Z51. It's only $11.95. Most people out there are not going to be changing their exhaust after buying a car, especially with the way that the C8 is and how difficult it is to get an exhaust to actually work properly with your valves and the emissions and all that garbage. So most people are just going to want the loud exhaust from the factory, and it's definitely not going to be loud unless you get that performance exhaust. It's worth every penny. You can make it soft and loud with this $11.95. So that's the next option that I highly recommend. It is a must-have, and I definitely think you need to go with it. Now, up top, I'm going to go back up here because 2LT is the very first thing that I would highly recommend every single person consider going with right off the bat, just because of the fact that with 2LT, you are getting the cooled seats, the heated seats, the heated steering wheel. You're getting the rear view camera mirror. Now on the convertible, whether you get 1LT, 2LT, or 3LT, you're getting the camera mirror, but not on the coupe. As far as the convertible goes, I would highly recommend getting the convertible if you are the type of person that likes the top off for most of your drives and you really get tired of taking that top off. With the convertible, it's literally 20 something seconds and your convertible top is down or back up, and you can do it while moving at a speed of like 30 miles an hour or less. So that's another option that I highly recommend if you are the type of person that wants your top off most of the time. Also, you always know that I like the painted calipers. This is something that to me is boring without the painted calipers. One of the coolest parts about owning a Corvette is, or a sports car, is the really cool look while looking through the spokes of the wheels. You get to see the bright painted calipers, whether they're edge red, bright red, or yellow. They're gonna look way better than just having black calipers. So that's another option that I highly recommend. It is a must-have, and I would not do without it. Now, a new one that I'm gonna highly recommend is the Stingray R Appearance Package. I really love the way this looks. It definitely makes the appearance of your car, especially from the front, look more aggressive, more sleek, and it also really brings out new lines in the hood. So I would recommend that. It's only $695. Don't go without it unless you just hate graphics on your car. I think it looks phenomenal. Now, this is the next option that I would highly recommend, and that is the low profile rear spoiler and front splitter. It's only $595. And if you're not going with Z51, this is going to totally change the look of your car. It's going to give it a, again, more aggressive, more of a supercar type of a stance than if you just have zero spoiler and zero front splitter. So I would definitely recommend it. It's a very low cost option, and why not get that? Now let's go inside to the car and talk about seats. Okay, so we see here that there are competition seats, Gt2 seats, and then the Gt1 seat automatically comes with the C8. Now, here's the thing. I have the Gt1 seats and I love them, but here's the fact about the Gt1 seats. They don't look great. They're super comfortable, but they don't have an appearance aspect to them that really makes them stand out. The Gt2 seat does, the Gt3 seat does. Gt3 seat is going to be for track only use, so I wouldn't recommend that unless that's what you're buying the car for. Gt2 is almost just as comfortable as Gt1, however it looks a million times better. So for $1,495, I would definitely upgrade to the Gt2 seat. It's going to look really, really nice, and it's still going to be almost just as comfortable as the Gt1 seat. Next up, we have seat belts. And I would highly recommend going with a colored seat belt, depending on what color the outside of your car is, the caliper color that you pick, and the interior color. But try and do something that matches the calipers and is completely opposite of whatever the seat is, or maybe if you get a two-tone seat, one of the colors on the seat matches the seat belt. But for $395, I think it's a no-brainer, and I think that it's definitely something you should go with. We all have black seat belts or gray seat belts. Let's have something different. I'm definitely doing that on my new Z06. Oh, and let's not forget the new exhaust tips. I am definitely going with the black exhaust tips. You can only get that if you get the Mpp exhaust on the new Stingray, but I would highly recommend doing it. It's only $200 for the tips, and then you have something that's unique to the C8. And ladies and gentlemen, that's really going to do it for this. Let me go ahead and go over to this page. And as you can see, now I am on the Mid-Engine Corvette forum, and this says 2023 first dealer order submission process constraints, yet good news too. So let's zoom in on this and let's see what the constraints are. So we're going to move on down here, and it says the standard Z51 option FE3 is not constrained. Whomever would want it, consistent of course with their dealer providing them an allocation, would get their order GM accepted both 2000 and 3000 status within the upcoming week. However, not everyone who wants Z51 and also chooses to additionally select Mag Ride, which together becomes FE4 suspension, would be able to get the latter due to partial chip shortage caused constraints on FE4. Some will be able to get it around the combination of FE4 constraint, but some will not. So there are also some partial constraints on the standard Stingray suspension, FE1, while there are more FE1 units available in today's initial 2023 Stingray dealer order submission process as compared to the initial March allocation, the latter which only covered the last of the 2022 Stingray orders. FE1 partial constraints remain. Lastly, consistent with the last 2022 DOSP, there will be no standard Stingrays able to be ordered that have Mag Ride. So what this states here is FE1 is okay. FE2 is not available with Z51 Performance Package. FE3 is included and only available with Z51 Performance Package. However, FE4, which is suspension, Z51 Performance with Mag Ride Selective Ride Control, and includes B4Z Performance Traction Management, there could be a constraint on that. So if you guys have a better understanding of what they're trying to say here, let me know in the comments down below. But what this tells me is that some people that order Magnetic Ride, or most people that order Magnetic Ride all by itself, it's going to be not available. Most people that order Z51 with Mag Ride, it's going to be somewhat on constraint. That's what I'm getting from this. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it told you what you needed to know while going to the dealership and ordering your 2023 Stingray. If you enjoyed it, give me a big thumbs up. If you don't want to miss a single one of these videos, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys out on the road.
Thank you.